Well, some people lost their pants betting wild card weekend. What are your guys' takeaways?
Yeah, it's a little bit of something for everybody, right? Had some underdogs, had some favorites get there. A lot going on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what we want to do always in the postseason, the regular season, doesn't matter. We want to do a little bit of postmortem. We call it a book report. What happened last weekend before we move on to this weekend? So certainly tough beats. We've referenced it already. It'll get referenced forever. Jacksonville rallying from 27-0 deficit to beat the LA Bolts. If you had LA last week, ouch, that was brutal. But it wasn't the only one.
Yeah, the total in the Dallas game, obviously. I mean, Dallas kicker decided he had the yips the entire game, which became a problem because they get right up next to the number. You lose by half a point. I will tell you, it's be interesting to see what they're going to do going forward with their kicker because he's definitely got some issues.
Sure. They brought in a potential replacement this week. We'll see if that plays out on Sunday. But not just bad beats, wrong sides last weekend. Buffalo got bet up, way up, and it looked like they were going to blow out Miami early. Ended up being a tight battle, -9.5 to -14. Buffalo bets, no good. That was wrong side in the end.
Yeah, no, easy with the third-string quarterback. We talked a lot about that. It was going to be hard to put your money there, but that got there. The other one that was easy or the wrong side is the Seattle. When you tried to make a case for Seattle, they went on the road and really got it handed to them. So those are games that you might have been able to exhale and relax a little bit, or maybe you're like, you know what, where's Murder, She Wrote? I got to find something else on right now because it's not going to work.
Sure. And if we're talking book report, a postmortem, we got to talk about the games and the situations where the bettors won and the books lost. And certainly when you're talking about all 5 weekend games getting up and over the total, that not a great result for the house.
Yeah, I had over in those games. I'll tell you that they did make up some with Buffalo not covering and Cincinnati not covering, though, because those backup quarterbacks, hard to walk to the window and play them. They ended up getting there for a lot of bettors out there.
Now, when we see a lot of overs one weekend, does it typically flip the next weekend?
So in the regular season, when you see a bevy of overs, a lot of times the next week you'll look to play unders. I'm not so sure about that right now because we have offenses that are clicking and we have defenses that are getting penalized every time they try to make a play. I'm not in a rush to bet a whole lot of unders this week.
I am flipping back a little bit. I mean, I think there's some regression coming on. I also like the strategy some of these number 1 seeds that we're resting will employ this week.